Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin, utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. So before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or using any of our software alert products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There is a possibility that you could potentially sustain significant loss. You should not invest any capital or trade that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade.
We're going to talk exactly about what the intraday strategies are, how they work, and to first talk about them, the intraday strategies, there are two. There's instant entry and there's skip a level. And when you look at these intraday modes, you might ask, well, what settings or pairs do I use based on my balance? So with instant entry, you're going to be doing a 0.01 per $3,000 balance. Now, if you have less than $3,000 and you're trying to use the instant entry strategy, I would hope that it is a secondary account of yours and you're using the precision mode already and you're just having a second license GearBox to use these intraday modes. But you would want to use $1,000 for one pair and choose between Euro USD or Euro JPY, 2K for two pairs, or 3K. You can choose three of the pairs and you would choose between the pairs below. You see there's 6 pairs that really work great on intraday modes. And the reason for this is they don't trend hard and long. I mean, they can trend, but when I say hard and long, I mean for 600, 800 pips, some of these other more volatile pairs such as GBP and things can move. So these are great for our intraday modes as they can handle swings, but you're going to get more entries and trade sooner. You can see the account I'm showing you here is just recovering from an original Einstein trade. These are Einstein comments, and then GearBox came in to manage it and looking to get out of these eventually here as soon as EJ keeps dropping. But the point is, this is all skip a level you see right here, everything below Euro JPY. These are trades that have been having a skip a level, and skip a level has been making profits. I mean, if we take a look here, these are all trades that skip a level has been taking the past 2 weeks or so. Just crushing it. Maybe even 3 weeks. I mean, let's go to where we yep. So right here is where we applied GearBox. You can see there's an original Einstein account. And now you'll see it rocking here. What do we got? 10%. Okay. Sorry, I'm just on the go today. I'm actually inside of my I have like a Mercedes Sprinter van, and we're doing the call from inside the Sprinter. We got Wi-Fi in here. Just on the go, off to Nashville for the virtual convention. By the way, if you're tuned into this call and you don't have a ticket for virtual convention, definitely make sure you get a ticket for our virtual convention this weekend. It's going to be filled with knowledge, information, jam-packed with value on the products, trading, and where we're headed as a company. But as you see, skip a level has been doing great since we applied it, making money using that strategy, right? So skip a level. If we come down, we talked about instant entry. Skip a level here. We're choosing these 6 pairs, but we're only allowing 3 to trade at a single time. So only 3 max trading assignment. And if you're using a $1,000 balance, you could allow 3 max pairs trading, but you would still want to do a 0.01 per 3K. So what does this mean? Smaller balances below 1K, you really should only trade 1 to 2 max pairs at a single time. And a $500 balance, I would only ever trade 1 max pair at the same time. You could scan the 6 on skip a level, but I would only allow, right? Again, I'd only allow 1 of those pairs to enter on the balance at that time. But just very, very powerful strategies that, get you in more trades for those people that want to see more trades and have a higher risk tolerance. Obviously, you have more exposure to the market as you're getting into the market sooner than, say, a precision mode where you're waiting until, say, gear 3-4 entry. So you might ask, well, what's instant entry? Instant entry is you're taking this first entry right here and you're riding the wave. Gear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, however many it gets into. Skip a level, we're entering here in gear 1. So you're just waiting for one of these pairs to move 21 pips, right? That we're showing here. I'm waiting for one of these to move 21 pips and saying, take a trade. And that can work great. Yeah, but at the same time, it can massively go against you. Now, there's a reason we've chosen these pairs, and forward and back testing data and studying average daily ranges. These pairs have suggested to be great pairs for the strategy and to use in an intraday mode. Whereas for gearbox and precision modes, there's other pairs that work better because they move a little more. And when you catch that reversal, you're going to make some money. Whereas with intraday, you're not looking to catch a big move. You're looking to get in and out and have it play the average daily ranges to your favor. But with that being said, let me check the Q&A. Where do you think Euro USD is going the next week or two? Well, Paul, I hope it's falling off a cliff. That'd be my answer for you. I could go up somewhere, absolutely, but I'd love for it to fall off a cliff. That would be very nice. I'm not seeing any chats or different questions. So, I mean, it's really simple to set up the intraday modes. You just only open up the pairs that you want to scan. As we said here, here's the settings and the pairs and the strategies to using them. You can see here I'm running a 0.04 starting balance on, or starting lot on a 12,500 euro balance. So more like 13, 14 grand. So I'd be very conservative in my lot sizing, and we're still making money. We're experiencing low drawdown. The trades here that are in drawdown are from Einstein again, originally, and we're just holding those out with GearBox, putting in another entry to manage the trade with its capability to take over those. And that's the skip a level. And then if you want to use instant entry, you just close 3 of these, choose which 3 you want to leave open, and apply your settings how you want, and you click the strategy. Now, let's do Q&A. Is Gear A the trend trade and Gear B is the counter trend? That would be correct, Paul. Absolutely. Do you trade all week for intraday and precisions? Yes, I do. And how do I get out of the market? If I want to get out of the market, I would do it when my trades swing and I'm not in any drawdown. And I'll give you an example of, some of my FX books while we're here. My system, if I was using intraday modes, would be not to allow new trends. So actually I left the VPS. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that new token. All good. I would pause new trends on the UI after I want to get out of a trend. You don't really need to do that in precision modes necessarily, but in intraday, it'd be wise to pause new trends button to let it finish a trend but not get you in another trade. But I'll give you an example. Like when I'm not in drawdown, great time right now is I'm in floating profit, actually 3% on this account in precision mode right now. It looks like I'm gonna have to go take a look at that account. In fact, let's go take a look together. But this is one of my precision accounts, and my method's just, you're not always in drawdown on GearBox. Now, if you do get in drawdown on GearBox, it can happen even in precision modes. Here was a very aggressive small account. I was running 6 maximum pairs with a 0.03 starting lot when it really only has, or not a 0.03, that's a different account. This one has a 0.01 starting lot on swing settings. The sniper account was my more aggressive one here, running 6 max pairs, 0.03 starting lot, 2,000 balance, and it held. It's actually very much starting to recover from the drawdown. It's been very nice, but you can see it never was getting in drawdown. And we're building a new feature which is going to avoid all of this for precision modes to really enhance them, called a correlation filter. And if you don't know what a correlation filter is, it'll even help in intraday modes. But essentially, any pairs that are more than 85% positive or negatively correlated, we're going to block the correlated trades if they try to execute at the same time, so that you're not increasing your risk as you're using the product. So this correlation filter has been in the works, being tested, and we're very close. I just need to input some data points into it. And it's going to be, very incredible to get the correlation filter into people's hands. That's been one of the big things we've been working on behind the scenes to really enhance the overall experience. But yeah, Paul, my goal in getting out of things in drawdown be the same thing I show you here. This account was in drawdown. Now it's a no drawdown. If I wanted to close this account, switch it, change the strategy, do anything, That'd be my goal. But for me, I trade 24/7 with these products, to be honest with you. I don't, or not 24/7 because the market's not open. I'm not using cryptos, but 24/5 software's on, it's running, it's trading, and doing what it needs to do. And, I'm just, that's how I'd handle. But yeah, with intraday modes, um, do you read charts to help you decide how you want to run the software? I'm going to be honest, no, because of the way I designed it. Where I know how many pips it's waiting, I mathematically know it's a numbers game here. And risk management, numbers and risk management is the biggest key. When you have numbers and risk management, you're able to easily just know, hey, we're waiting X amount of pips into the trend. You're able to use, say, the risk calculator and come here and understand your risk. And for me, I understand my odds and my averages. And I'm very smart with my risk management. So I don't get too into mapping up the charts. Now I start to map them up a little bit if I ever get into a drawdown that, seems a little uneasy, especially if it's a larger account, because, obviously drawdown on smaller accounts, you're more like $1,000 account, you get 30% drawdown, you're like, whatever. 100K account and 30%, you're not happy. So, you have to understand your risk and know the numbers. And that's why we've created these calculators so that people can really determine their risks, know what they need to be doing, and overall the strategies and what I teach are fairly conservative, because I'm overall a fairly conservative person. Now, somebody might laugh at that and go, okay, you think 86% is conservative since August? Well, I think it is, but maybe not to the next guy, right? But that'd be my ideal thing. But let's just to talk about why I love precision accounts. Give me a second. Let's find Microsoft Remote Desktop here. I gotta connection center. That's what I need. Yeah, there's that sniper account I was showing you guys that was running 6 max pairs, and I've started to decrease the max pairs as we've swung out of DD. This is an account I showed you guys that it's my 1500 swing. I'm trying to find the 10K that we were just looking at that says it's in floating profit. Oh, and it isn't floating profit. Look at that. 3% floating on the week. That is this is why I love precision modes. But that might go for a lot more. I mean, let's take a look here. We got NZD CAD sells just going. Buy on CAD CHF crushing it. I mean, sometimes you got to ask yourself, do you want to close your trades manually because you're just in $200 profit? And it's like, do you just want to make $200, or you want to risk it going back and drawdown, or do you want to go for the full thing? So while we're here, since you're intraday users, this is something you're going to do in intraday modes more often. You're going to analyze floating profit and say, should I close the trade? Should I get out of it? Been in it for a while, or maybe not. But we'll take a look here at price and take a look here at our goal. And we got some room to go. We are not anywhere near, I'd say another 50 to 90, like 30, 40 pips. Yeah, that's a good swing on CAD. Let's take a look at NZD. Yep. Yeah, these are good trades. So the point is, I love precision modes. If you guys haven't realized, I tell you always, intraday mode should be your second license, because precision modes, there's just nothing like it. There really isn't. They are what I designed GearBox to do. Intraday modes were to give people a thrill and fun when you want to be a little more aggressive in the markets, but still take a better entry and still leverage some proper risk management tools and strategies. But precision's really the long-term play if you're trying to grow your wealth, in my personal opinion. Let's check the Q&A again real quick. I do not see anything else going on in the chats or Q&A. So let's real quick just take a look at Forex Factory and take a look at the news coming up this week. All righty. 24th through the 1st. Apply. All right, JPY. Well, obviously we kind of avoid JPY like the Black Plague these days with GearBox, besides for Euro JPY and CHF JPY. We have some funny thought processes on why we allow those two. But most of the others we avoid, like the Black Plague. Joe, when will the recording of this webinar be available? Today? It should be available, posted. Typically, they're posted same day. We have somebody that handles that internally. AUD, we got some news. We have OPEC JMMC meetings. Okay, so this is this affects all currency pairs on Wednesday. We got FOMC, advanced GDP for USD. I mean, it's going to be a pretty volatile week. And, you know, last week looked the same way. And I know some people made some money this week with GearBox. And what does that show you? That shows you that the red folder weeks and the volatile weeks are typically where precision modes are going to have the most success with GearBox. And red folder weeks, packed with red folder weeks, are going to have the least success on intraday strategies. But then very calm weeks, GearBox is going to be very slow in precision modes, but it's going to do pretty well in intraday modes. So, you know, but again, we trade different currency pairs. We use different strategies. These are two totally different strategies. And this is why I tell everyone, maybe if you want to use intraday, have a second license, have your precision and just let it do its thing and trust it for the long haul, and have your intraday account. But with that being said, I'm gonna check the chat here. I do not see anything else going on. Oh, I see some stuff. Paul, last week, a couple pairs were not opening trades on intraday instant entry. Can you give us an idea on what pattern needs to play out? I'm not sure what you mean. A couple pairs were not opening trades on intraday instant entry. Paul, if your max pair feature, again, is what will limit you. So, you know, if you open more than 3 pairs open on instant entry, and remember, instant entry doesn't mean it instantly is going to open that second. It instant entry would still typically take a minute, but once one pair executes, they all should execute. If there's something not executing, then something's not, you know, set up correctly, because a pattern doesn't need to play out for instant entry to take a trade. Skip a level, yes, you need 21 pips against the entry in the Ghost server. But for instant entry, it's once the manager's running and it all kicks in, it should easily just pick up and start taking those trades within 5 minutes. But with that being said, I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I see no other questions in the chats. And for those of you, again, using the intraday modes, I'm so glad you tuned into these. And I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow morning's wonderful precision call, where we're going to get into all the nitty gritty and details of what's going on this week, the kind of results people saw this week. I know a lot of people got great results with GearBox this week, and I'm looking forward to a jam-packed call full of excitement. So look forward to seeing you there.